Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Hill Heat Podcast. You got the two-man power trip, the outsiders here tonight. The third man, Paul Tika, is actually out here celebrating his promotion at work. So congrats to him.
Congrats, brother. Congrats.
All right, so myself, the EST of SMA, Jay, the still defending champ for the time being. We're gonna be going over Elimination Chamber. We tried our hardest to stay away from these Saudi propaganda events, but it looks like this one we don't have much of a choice. We got Paul's picks, so we're gonna run through this one because both of us are currently dying. First and foremost, let's get the match that we really don't care about out of the way. We got Rey Mysterio versus The Miz. Paul has The Miz with his pick. Jay, who you got?
I guess I'm gonna go with The Miz too. I guess he needs momentum, and Ray has done. And Ray's not doing shit for WrestleMania, so.
I'm gonna go the opposite on this one. I'm gonna go with Mysterio only on the strength of the 2K cover. That's literally just it.
Makes sense.
That's honestly it. Like what I probably see happening is Miz will probably win this one, which will lead some way somehow to Dom and Ray ended up finally having their match. But they've been teasing this mess for so long. Like I don't know if it's actually going to end up actually happening at some point.
Right.
And to be completely honest with you, I don't care. Like,
nope.
Anyway, on to the next one. We have another match that's just kind of weird or whatever. Just came out of nowhere. We have Ronda Rousey and Naomi versus Charlotte Flair and Sonya Deville. Paul has Charlotte and Sonya. Jay, who you got on this one?
I'm gonna go with Rousey and Naomi because representation, which is all this match is trying to say, is remember last time when we didn't let the women wrestle? Hey, the Prince let the women wrestle. Here you go.
Yeah, we got 3 matches tonight, man.
Yeah. It's like you got a thick black woman, yay. We have our openly, LGBTQ representative that's going to wrestle in a suit, yay. And 2 white women, yay. It's all this says. It's all this matches.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at it like this. I think Rousey and Flair cancel each other out. So, because, neither one of them is going to take any type of a fall before WrestleMania. So it's basically going to fall to Sonya and Naomi. And because this is the second match in the thing and Naomi's already won, I think it's going to end up being Sonya winning this.
Damn, I didn't even think about that. See, this is why I'm losing my lead. I'm losing my touch right now.
But that's pretty much all I got, yo.
Makes sense.
All right, next up on the list, we got Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss. Falls count anywhere. Paul has Drew. Jay, who you got, man? I can, as my mother would say, I can hear you thinking. And to be completely honest with you, if you're thinking the same thing that I'm thinking,
it's like, oh God, I'm gonna go with Madcap here. Only because it's like they need to save Drew and they need to give him something to do for Mania because they need to save him for after Mania, which is we all know why they're saving him for after Mania. And it's gonna be due to shenanigans. Like, I don't even think this match is gonna have an end or like a winner per se, but I'm gonna go with Madcap.
Yeah, I'm going with him as well. I think the ultimate end goal with this one is going to be Drew versus Corbin, which is probably going to be the WrestleMania match. You can have drop this and then have him, Claymore Madcap Moss into the sun sometimes between now and WrestleMania, and just solve that whole thing. So like I said, and the fact that this falls counting anywhere just gives Corbin free reign to interfere.
That was the part that I didn't remember, and I'm just like, yep, that's what makes it.
Next up, we got the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Usos defending against the War Raiders because I refuse to call them by the other name. Paul has the Usos. Jay, who you got? As if this is really a question.
I can feel the fuckery. That's why. Like I can see the fuckery because it doesn't make any sense at all to have them drop it now.
Yep.
But you know it's Vince, so it's one of those where I was like, are we gonna do this now or are we gonna wait till next year? I think they're gonna hold off till next year, and I'm gonna go with the Usos here, but I'm not confident in that pick at all.
Yeah, that we're all in agreement here. This is the first one we've all agreed on. All of us got the Usos. Honestly, I'm pretty much to the point where I don't think the Usos are gonna drop those titles until Roman starts to show the cracks in his own armor. And right now, we're still building Roman up to the point where he's got to be like at that untouchable. He's till he becomes completely untouchable before somebody is built up to break him
literally,
down. So.
The Usos aren't going to lose this title until they get the okay for The Rock next year, and that's the thing I'm looking at, because the next one is in Hollywood. We finally get the one in Hollywood, and the only way that they're even going to try to throw a chink in this armor is one of two people. Either Solo Sikoa gets called up, which I don't see happening anytime soon, or they're going to do the thing with The Rock where one Uso is going to be with Roman, the other Uso is going to be with The Rock, and they're going to use that match to protect The Rock. But in order for them to do that, I doubt they would have Roman as champion for me. So I could see him losing it closer to next year's Mania to set that up.
Yeah, like I said, I just don't see them losing it anytime, so especially not at this.
But the reason I say the fucker is because I could see them being like, well, we need a swerve somewhere on the show. This could be the swerve.
I already got mine.
The next match?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's at the end. Next one up, we have the Raw Women's Championship. We have Becky Lynch versus Lita in quite possibly the most slam dunk match of the night. Paul has Becky. I have Becky. I'm pretty sure you have Becky.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to go anywhere with that one. Like, nope.
I'm more curious to see what they're going to wear. Like, I hate to be that guy, but because we're talking about the, Jetta's Fashion Week, I gotta see what the women are gonna wear for this.
Baggy t-shirts of one color.
Yeah, but I mean, like, are they gonna go with the t-shirt that like their merch, or are we just gonna have plain t-shirts? Like,
I'm trying to remember, what did they do at the last one when they did the triple?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I'm sure they're going to probably try and do something more personal, just because like they have 3 women. They're not going to have all of them in gray t-shirts. Like,
yeah,
it's not going to happen.
But yeah, this match on paper, maybe a couple of years ago, I would have been a little more enthused about seeing it. But the placement of this, considering, are you really going to send Lita to WrestleMania as the women's champion? Get out of here. What are we doing? Right?
No.
Love her to death. Loved her for the Attitude Era and everything that happened after that. We're not doing this though.
No.
Next up, we have the Universal Championship. That is Roman Reigns defending against Goldberg. Paul has Roman Reigns. Jay, who you got?
Which means you don't have Roman Reigns, because you would have said you have Roman Reigns if you have Roman Reigns. Okay, I got Roman too, because this is one of the few times where I'm like, not even Vince would screw with this right now.
You know what's funny? Somebody actually said Darkest Timeline, Goldberg wins the title, Lesnar wins the title, and we get Lesnar Goldberg 3 at WrestleMania.
That would be horrible. Like, oh my gosh. That sounds awful.
We all have Roman Reigns. I swear he better not lose his title. Because I'm gonna be pissed. Goldberg, this is Goldberg's last match on this contract. Now, granted, they can always sit up there and renegotiate some nonsense, which I'm pretty sure they will, because Vince doesn't want to lose his cash cow. But still,
I don't even know why. The thing I don't ever understand, and if there are any wrestling fans that are ever even going to see this, I don't care if you see my face, I don't care if you hear my words. The idiocy that I see for people still acting like Goldberg is over is ridiculous. After damn near killing The Undertaker, there's no reason why he should still go to arenas and people are still chanting Goldberg. There's absolutely no reason. Like, the nostalgia thing is dead at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make any sense to me, and I don't know why they keep trying to push this man and bring him back, and why people keep allowing it, why people keep cheering for him. I don't understand it. Then again, we just came off we're in the weirdest political climate where at this point I just don't understand humans. Like, I'm convinced people are just dumb.
Nah,
at that point, people are just dumb.
I don't get it. Anyway, our penultimate match of the night is the women's elimination chamber. We have Liv, my wife Morgan, versus Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair versus Piper Niven, because I refuse to call her the other name. Nikki Cross, because I refuse to call her the other name. And for some godforsaken reason, Alexa Bliss. Why the fuck is she back?
Okay, first of all, you better put some respect on Rhea's name. That's Rhea Patty Wagon Ripley. Homegirl got a dump truck, bro.
Oh, whoa. Hold on. Time out. Shout out to Rhea Ripley's fit from her Instagram.
Ooh, that joke cold, bro. Boy.
When I saw her,
yes, ma'am.
When I saw her, I said, "Have you been shopping with the Hurt Business?"
I'm telling you.
You've been out with MVP and Lashley.
Listen, soon as she addresses me, it's yes, ma'am. Like, I ain't got nothing to say. But
Paul got Bianca Belair.
I figured that.
Jay, what you got, man?
Bianca would be the logical choice here. But I'm gonna go with the swerve and say you don't put her in this match unless you plan on doing something with her. So I'm gonna go with Alexa Bliss.
All right, I'm sticking with Bianca because I've been on the train of Bianca versus Becky at WrestleMania the entire time. Just a sidebar as to how I think this is gonna go. I don't think we're done with this split personality thing with Alexa Bliss.
Not by a long shot. No.
I don't think we're done with this. I think because they're trying to make it seem like she's completely back to the goddess. I think what's going to end up happening, or rather how I would play this, is she kind of sort of loses her mojo, to say, as the goddess, and then she kind of sort of snaps. And she goes back and forth some way, somehow, between the goddess and the dark goddess.
See, my whole thing is I love that idea, but against whom? Because there's only two people in this match where it makes sense to me.
I know. She's got to go up against someone. She's got to go up against somebody, but like
she's got to go up against someone her size, and there's only two people in this match that's her size.
Then again, do draft rules really even matter?
Well, I don't think it has anything to do with the draft for me. It's just more so like, who do you reward for having a good year, but you're not really ready to put the title on them yet? So they need a big win. But then you have one of your, like, when things get bad, you put the title on this person and magic happens, comes back. So it's like, who do you choose? All right, let's put them in a match at Mania so that we can just kind of get through WrestleMania season. So I think this is probably going to set up Alexa Bliss versus Liv Morgan or Alexa Bliss versus Nikki Cross.
And like I said, the Alexa Nikki thing, I would love to see, because once again, you had, if they did it right, which it's already messed up, right? It's already messed up. So there is no if they do it right. But had they done it right, you had the perfect setup. Bliss is your dark character. Nikki is your almost a superhero. The way she becomes a superhero is to save her friend, right? That would have been the absolute perfect setup, right?
And then have her get stabbed in the back right after.
Yeah, you could do that too. Either that, or you have her try, fail, which would pretty much put Bliss in the point where she's the champion or whatever, and then have Nikki's redemption arc be to actually win the title, vanquish that character, and then bring her back to the light or whatever. That's her way of actually becoming the superhero. But I swear, I hope they do not do Liv. I don't want her like completely dead in the water. Right? Everyone loves her. And, yeah, everyone freaking loves this girl, and I don't want them to fall into the thing that they do with Kofi, where it's just like, all right, no matter what we do with this person, everybody's gonna love them, so we can just beat them however many times we want. And I don't need that. Like, I don't need that negativity in my life. Yeah. Anyway, last match of the night, we have the WWE Championship. I don't think this is how this is gonna go, but the WWE Championship in our list is the last match on the night. You have Bobby Lashley defending against Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, Austin Theory, AJ Styles, and Matt Riddle, because I will not deny him his first name. Paul has selected Brock Lesnar. I have also selected Brock Lesnar because I woke up and chose violence. Jay, who you got?
I'm going to pick Brock Lesnar because that's the safest pick. But I would love for it to be Austin Theory. Like, you want to talk about choosing violence? I want it to be Austin Theory. Just because I'm like, fuck this product. And if you're gonna throw it into the wind, they will just. I think they should honestly do exactly what they did with Braun Breaker with Austin Theory, and make him like. You don't really got to build him any more than what you already have, but make it so that he wins the title and he starts to get wins off dumb luck, or like because he does the whole thing with Vince, and then he'll run backstage and be like, "Look, I did it." He's just like, "I knew you could do it. Now you got to defend it," and he just puts him through like the fucking ringer.
Or rather, just picture this for the people who actually remember the Attitude Era when this actually happened. Austin Theory wins the championship. He runs back there. Hey, Vince, I did it. Big whoop. I was WWE champion too. Do something I haven't done.
And then they actually give him like a decent reign. Because I mean, honestly, of all these people, like Austin Theory just kind of sticks out to me. I understand he's a replacement, but he would, because he is so new, he does bring eyes, because now everyone's curious, like, why the fuck would they put it on Austin Theory?
Why him? Right.
Yeah. And then literally it could be a situation where like Brock's already got a title match at WrestleMania regardless. So you don't necessarily need to do that. But like having like an Austin Theory versus Seth Rollins, or you even just take Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar out of this match and do a fatal 4-way at WrestleMania. You know, what I wish they would do, and I know they're never going to do it again, is an Armageddon style Hell in a Cell.
Oh man, you know what? I think this right here is their replacement for that.
Yeah, and this doesn't need to be, because if you're going to do something at WrestleMania to make your other titles seem as relevant, even though you're saying like, oh, they're the same. No, if you're going to make them the same, make them the same. Like, I'm doing an Armageddon style match for one night, and then I'm doing like the Royal Rumble winner main event, because Brock and Roman is already an event in itself. Like, if I'm going to make the WWE title seem important, I'm going to make the WWE champion really go through hell. The Elimination Chamber isn't really hell. I would, if you do an Armageddon style Hell in a Cell, one, you have a Hell in a Cell. Two, you have it where first pinfall wins the title. And then on top of that, it's 6 guys, every man for himself. Like that, the stakes don't get higher than that. Someone will probably get hurt. Someone's career might get shortened. But I don't care. I'm here for entertainment.
We could always sit up here and just back another truck up to the thing just randomly out of nowhere and chuck somebody off the top into the back of it.
What else are you building Otis for? But to take that bump. Like
take the Rikishi bump.
Yeah, like you're only here to take the Rikishi bump. Why not?
The other thing that would actually be interesting is if Matt Riddle came out with the title.
I was just thinking that. And then because again, the rumor is that was one of the plans that was in works, was that they wanted to ultimately have Matt Riddle win the title or win the Royal Rumble and then have Randy Orton get jealous and then have their blow up at WrestleMania be for the title. I don't hate that idea at this point because once they took it off Big E and then they threw Big E back into a tag team, I don't give a fuck about the title no more. So fuck it. Do whatever you want with it. Get crazy. Hell, put it back on Jinder Mahal. Like that's the type of violence I'm on right now. Put it back on Jinder because you don't care about the title, so I don't care about the title. So put it on whatever.
And I think the crazy part about it
just makes it interesting. So does Matt Riddle.
The craziest part about all of this, again, somebody brought it up on Facebook when I saw it. I sat up there and I was just like, you know what? Why don't we just legitimately call him the ethnic cleanser at this point? If Brock wins the title, he will have literally taken it off of every black champion we have ever had.
Yep.
Took it off of Rock. He took it off of Kofi. He took it off of Big E, and now he's taking it off of Lashley. So I'm just like, what the fuck? God damn it, WWE.
Make him look hella racist. But we already knew that. Your man's just getting paid back for his boy Trump. That's all.
Pretty much.
Yep.
But anyway, a couple little more shout outs before we close this up. Shout out to The Undertaker, one for being inducted into the Hall of Fame. You know, obvious, but still, as we said, hashtag GOAT, greatest of all time. And shout out to Kyrie Sane, my background, heading back to Stardom. You will be missed, baby girl. All right.
Nah, bro. Anyway, go get your star back. Go get your star power back, bro.
Anyway, once again, that has been the
Heel Heat Podcast. Shout out to Swerve Scott for coming into America's new Japan division, bro.
Shane Strickland, yeah.
He's not going by Shane no more.
Oh, for real?
He's going by Swerve.
Nice.
Swerve. I'm like, oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, shout out to my man Keith Lee. Now, this is a PSA for real because they tried to pull this BS and they said that they don't know. It's not that they're racist or anything, but they don't have any real contenders for the AEW championship person of color. Now y'all bullshit because now y'all got Keith Lee.
You do.
y'all started it the right way. Listen, there's no excuse that Keith Lee should not be the AEW world champion in the next 2 years. There's no excuses now. At all. Don't say I ain't got a black person. Y'all got motherfucking King Kong. I don't want to hear that shit no more. No more. Now y'all niggas on the clock.
Shout out to him going from Limitless. Shout out to him for going from Limitless to Limited to back to Limitless, where he belongs.
Yes, sir. Big shout out to Keith Lee for finally getting set free. Shout out to Adam. What's his name?
Adam Scher.
Adam Scher and formerly known as EC3. My man. Big ups to y'all taking a movement and starting a promotion and doing it for the people. Not just for the people, but for the wrestlers, no stockholders, no nothing. Big. That's how you're supposed to do it.
There you go.
You take everything into your own hands and do it how you do it.
Apparently, they're gonna have a TV deal by the end of the month. I think it is by the end of March. They're supposed to be starting up.
And they I heard they got a TV deal on the horizon. That's how you're supposed to. I hope that company blows up.
Yep.
I really hope so.
That's it, man.
Apparently, that's supposed to be Killer Cross's big comeback.
Yeah, he is coming back. I think they already confirmed him.
Yep. So shout out to Killer Cross coming back with a bang. I love it. Love it
with his new hair.
Yes, with hair. I'm gonna miss that entrance though. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna miss that entrance, but
I'm sure him and Scarlett will come up with something better.
I'm sure.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. This has been the Heel Heat with our Elimination Chamber predictions. We'll catch you all when we catch you. Be good.
Yes, sir.
God damn it, this fucking thing's doing this again.